Alright, hello boys and girls, welcome to Heroes Homeschooling Academy. This is 4th grade music, and we're going to be talking about week number 18 part of the curriculum today, which is going to be another review week for us. So we're going to be reviewing certain musical concepts, which we call Music Theory Review Part 2. So we're going to be talking about certain critical concepts which you've learned all through 1st grade, 2nd grade, 3rd grade, and this is 4th grade right now. We are going to put it back in your mind again, so you don't forget it. Guess what? If you learn over and over and over and over a concept, it's going to stick to your mind, just like that. So today we're going to be talking about stave or staff. So when you see certain lines in music, in your musical worksheet, what are those lines called? The lines are called your stave, okay? So what is a stave? 5 horizontal lines and 4 spaces, right? Upon which musical notes are written. So you're going to see line 1, line 2, line 3, 4, and 5 over there. That's what a stave is, okay? Don't forget that. 5 lines, 4 spaces, right? All right. What about a clef? Well, a clef is going to be a symbol that is placed on the left of your stave, okay? And there are 2 major types of clefs, treble and bass clef, even though there are going to be additional clefs and things like that, but then there are 2 major types of clefs, okay? What are the clefs like? Well, the treble clef is going to look like this, and it is written, and this particular curly part of it curves around line G. All right, that's why they call it treble clef or G clef sometimes. And then there is another kind of clef which we call the bass clef. The bass clef is going to look pretty much like this. Okay, pretty much like this. And the bass clef is what you use to represent the notes that you are going to be playing with your left hand on the piano. All right, the treble clef will be for notes that you are going to be playing with your right hand on the piano. All right, what are the notes on the treble clef? Well, the notes on the treble clef are going to be E, G, B, D, F on the lines, and F, A, C, E on the spaces, right? And there's an acronym that you can use to remember that. It's called Every Good Boy Deserves Favor, all right? Every good boy deserves favor. That's going to help you to remember your line notes on the treble clef. What about the spaces? F, A, C, E. What does that tell you? Face, all right? Every good boy deserves favor and face. So I know where my notes are on the treble clef because of that. All right. What about on the bass clef? Well, on the bass clef, there are certain notes on the lines of your bass clef as well. G, B, D, F, A. All right. So how would you remember that? Good boys deserve favor always. Okay, so that's how you're going to remember the notes. So if you see a note on the bass clef, the first line of the bass clef over there, you're going to know that's a G note. If you see another note on the second line, you're going to know that's a B note. Good boys deserve favor always. All right. What about the space part of it? Well, the space part of it is going to be A, C, E, G. Well, how would you remember that? All cows eat grass. Whoa, that's pretty easy to remember. All right, so those are going to be critical concepts as you study music that you want to make sure you do not forget. You got to remember your stave or your staff. You got to remember your clefs, treble clef and bass clef over there. So please turn to page number 53, 54, and 55 of your workbook. You are going to see all those over there so that you can commit it to memory. All right, will you do that for me? I trust you will. I want to thank you, boys and girls, for joining me today. Remember, God cares about you, and so do we. Bye-bye.
I'll be your hero's buddy, and as you study with heroes born,